we're gonna take a tour of the apartment. So here we go. This, I don't know, is the entry room? I don't know. This is where the guitars are gonna be for now, until I figure out where to put it and settle my stuff. Over here is the kitchen, and this will be the dining room. So here we are in the kitchen. It's got a light on that side. Ignore the stuff on the counter at the moment. I am just getting stuff settled. So here's the kitchen. Pretty roomy kitchen, especially for an apartment. And since they closed down all of the bars, I decided to create my own. And I'm also interested in trying to go for a position on bartending. And since everything's closed, I figured, hey, why not learn how to make all the cocktails I enjoy myself? And learn how to make others. Memories of San Diego. This is the bathroom. What's cool about this bathroom is you're able to turn on the shower light, then turn on the flat light. And that's shit, I guess I like it because it's new to me, because we didn't have these kind of features in California in any of the houses. That's pretty cool. What's cool about the way this bathroom is designed is that there's two entries. You see in just a bit. Really wish they would have put the light switch on both sides. That is one of the quirks of this area. So here's the bedroom. Really spacey. I like the design of the... Pretty trippy. Whoa. Lockpick. So you can go bang on your friend's door while they're taking a shit. So this is my apartment. Then this is the back porch. What's this light do? Does oh, yeah. Back door light. This is the back porch. Here we're back in. An idea just struck me. I can get a chair or a really tall bar stool and invite some friends over or people I knew years ago over and just use all the liquor I have as a bar to keep people entertained, you know? They'll look at this when they come in, they're gonna be like, wow, that's awesome. I like the decoration. It's like you have your own bar. And I'm gonna be like, yes, what would you like to have since everything's closed? Man, if these people paid me to serve drinks to them, I could probably make a fuck ton of money. Just go to random people and just tell them, hey, I got a bar. I can help you out. And then if you need a drink, I can't deliver it because it's illegal. But anyway, just imagine like all these people I know could be over here and we'd all chat and I don't know, maybe play them a song and ignore these garbage bags at the moment. You know, just have bar stools I mentioned, have them sit here, and then I'll feel like I'm at a bar, you know, like that could be the bar, and then this could be the exit, and that's the fridge. And as for the liquor, they can tell me what they want before I head back here. And they'll say, hey, they want a Pisco Sour. Like, I talked to them about a Pisco Sour and told them how it was amazing. And then we get the Pisco, and then I get the ice, and I make it, and I serve it, and then we can all just chit-chat, and I'll put the TV here, but I'm not a big TV guy. I'm more into music, so maybe just play music and tell stories. Shit. This is a money idea, dude. $1 million idea. let's pretend it's a Friday night and there's a guest who wants a Manhattan. Let's pretend this is the vermouth. Let's pretend this is the whiskey. This is the stirring glass. This is the spoon. It's going to be half an ounce of vermouth, 2 ounces of whiskey on the recipe. But we're going to do 1.5, which is relatively a shot. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then stir it. Picture that as the keyhole. Oh, that's another world. And then Joe Van Halen. This is where I was talking about in the Mario thing. Like, that can be the start of the level, and then Mario jumps through here, and that's a rolling blade coming to get you and take away your mushroom life. And then you jump over this poster, and that's that blue monster I was talking about, the one that's like this. That could be that. I painted it blue with eyes. And then put another drawing of maybe Mario coming through here, sliding down, trying to jump over here, and then that's the end goal, and then you get to the other world. And then you get to this area. This was just posters I got at Spencer's like a couple years ago. This, oh, sorry, it's upside down. I was thinking about putting that like right in between. That's what that is. It looked better on a blue wall. But I was originally going to put that in my bedroom. The couch is also not staying here. I'm throwing it away as it's really uncomfortable to sit on. Anyway, this is how the room looks when you enter. It's like, so you enter, and then you turn. That's the kind of view you get when you enter. The room here just feels, it's just got a lot of sightseeing, you know? I remember, the fun fact about these soundproof foams is that I was trying to make it look like it goes here and there, but then I was hoping I could get more like 4 on each corner where it would look here, there, here, and there, and have like different designs of them on each corner of it. But I ran out of soundproof foams and just never got around to buying anymore. But the fun fact, the moral story about the soundproof foam design is that it wasn't finished. I just didn't bother to take it down or redesign it. And what made it so cool is like the diagonal shapes, all of them. It just kind of feels like that's the world. You go out here, it's like a Mario game, as I explained on my videos before. which I can show right here. So after a while of leaving San Diego, I would always have dreams about it as if I was still there, and I was really missing it because the last time the world was pretty much normal was when I was in San Diego and San Francisco. So I constantly would have dreams about it when I would say to myself, I want things to go back to the way they were, and the last time was in California. So I was having dreams about San Diego, driving around the ocean, driving around the ocean views, being at the beach, dreaming of being in the city, taking walks at night, Pacific Highway. And I got really depressed because I was like, San Diego was so amazing. I can't believe I left kind of feeling. And then I started having mental breakdowns during all these lockdowns and COVID and quarantine and government control nonsense that they were doing. I realized I could have just stayed in San Diego and enjoyed the sightseeing and finished the music video, all that stuff. So anyway, I was making the bar and the bottles and shot glasses maybe look like cities. I started out by stacking glasses here. Then I would shape all the bottles in them in like maybe shapes of cities. Like this looks like San Francisco with the way the gun's designed, like maybe the hills. Then I put the shot glasses there just because maybe I just like the way it's stacked up. And then the shot glasses, I was doing the same thing, but I couldn't get a good look at all of them. Plus, it just looked weird, so I decided to spread it out like that. And the fun thing is when you look in the middle where the Ferrari is, in a way, it looks like as if that's your driveway and that's your mansion and that's going to be your future. And then this one here, after Donald Trump's votes and were rigged and all that stuff, and realizing that our freedom was basically taken away and that we have no rights kind of feeling, I decided I want to pretend that he's still my president. So I stacked up all these clear glasses that were originally up here. Then I put Trump up there, and then I tried getting clear glasses in these to make it shine so they can look like all those lights on the stage, Then I put palm trees here, and then an eagle with the guitar there, and then a car, making it look like people are gathered around to give Trump his speech. And then the Moxie suit guy, I wanted that to look like maybe a politics saying I approve of this. I got really creative with it, needless to say. So up here is just the overflow of glasses. I would put Austin's face on the number 2 bill, and it would say something like, "Do I make you horny, baby? Very shackadelic." And the blue guitar spoon kind of matched the Las Vegas, so that's why I put that there. One of my other glasses and the shaker, which are being dried out as I washed them, they would normally sit like right here by the flamingo. And then that's the drawing of the girl I talked about in Colorado that died when I drove all the way back to see her. And I knew a person who was a sketch artist, and we drew that, and it just hangs up on my bar just as a memory. And then this here is the design of birds. I thought all the glasses in the bottles with the birds in a pattern like that looked pretty cool. And then I put a watch there to represent the value of time. That's just where I hang my keys and my wallet. That's just other stuff that I use every once in a while. Needless to say, there is a lot of history at designing this bar. This and that were glasses and antiques that my grandma in Florida gave to me along with the palm tree. I figured I would put it on my bar for display, as in I value it. And I do. I like the palm tree and the 2 glasses. I thought I'd put a shot glass up here, making that look like a shaker. I thought that was pretty creative. This bottle, the Ed Hardy vodka bottle I found when I was on my vacation beach in Morro Bay, 5 hours north of San Diego. On my last day there on March 4th, 2020, I was taking a walk around Los Osos, which was the town. And it was a walkable small town with the bay and the coastal view with a little bit of cold and warm weather. It had like the best weather compared to everywhere else. So I was in the liquor store trying to find the Pisco, which is right here. and I couldn't find it. I found other bottles that were cool, like tequila bottles that are shaped like guitars, tequila bottles shaped like other things. And then I find this bottle. I was like, I like this one the most. And I asked the guy how much it was. He said $50. And I was like, I do like the design, so it's worth it. I haven't really touched the vodka. I maybe took a sip of it. That was about it. And the Pisco, the story about the Pisco is that when someone told me about Pisco sours, I was trying to go find the Pisco liquor. And no joke, out of everywhere in the state of California, I didn't find it, couldn't find it. And the fun story about the Pisco is that someone was telling me about Pisco sours, so I had to get some Pisco to try it out. And no joke, out of everywhere in the state of California, I couldn't find it in San Francisco, couldn't find it in Daly City, went down south to Morro Bay, as I explained on this bottle, couldn't find it, went to Los Angeles, couldn't find it. Now, I didn't look everywhere, but I tried all of the liquor stores like Bevmo or convenience store liquor stores to find it, no luck. But down the street at the Bevmo in my apartment in San Diego, there it was. And it was about $55. I have had it for a year now. And it's great stuff. It's the highest quality. You can now find them in West Palm Beach. The Plantation rum. It's one of the best rums for my San Diego cocktail. I put the skeleton there to match the tequila in San Diego because it matches the Mexican vibe. And this year I just got bored and put that there. So on one of the pictures where these guitars are hanging over glasses, so the very cool trick that I used to do it was these ends here would hang in between the glass. And because there is weight on the back guitar more than anything, what I did was I put it up here and just let the weight tilt over and this thing to basically hold it up. So that's why when you look into these glasses, you'll see chips all around it because this part here would be grinding up and down against it. And that's why it had all that. Crap. Just gotta be careful. There you go. The last day I'm having all of these posters up, as today is the day I'm going to start packing and take everything down. I figured I would take the time to talk about how I got the ideas of the posters, the designs, all that stuff. And yes, I know my hair is really long and out of whack and looks like maybe Bart Simpson. But after all these lockdowns and this COVID thing, I've just been too lazy to cut my hair, as I don't like going out to get a haircut, wear my mask, and be like, oh, I'd rather just let it grow out, you know. Maybe I'll cut it when I'm in Florida where I don't need a mask to get a haircut. Anyway, so on to the history. Originally, when I first moved in here on my first weekend, it was just the Van Halen poster that was originally here. And then shortly later, it was that one. I have some pictures of what it used to look like with just the Van Halen poster. I originally had this poster back in 2018. I didn't take it with me to California, and even if I did, it would have just been a waste of space in my car, as I basically had to live in it for a little while. Anyway, when I started putting up these two posters, it wasn't until maybe a few weeks or months later I started putting this one here, then I put that one here, and then this one here. And I had these posters since 2016 when I was at Spencer's. So I just put those on the wall because I have them, and why not put them up? And because of these lockdowns and all these nonsenses and curfews, I really didn't like going out because it felt like a scary place because it was changing constantly and rapid. And it started to feel unsafe with all this government-controlled nonsense. So I just stayed at home and started hanging this one up because I thought that one was just different from everything else. And then I put this one here and this one here. They just look identical, maybe. I was going to put a poster right there for the Detective Conan that you've probably seen on my old videos. I really just try to create as much space as I can and not cluster at the same time. I just have it there for now. Back when this couch was originally over here, right here, Then that end table was right here. So when I used to sit here, I would get a view of these, and then maybe the Van Halen poster on the side. Then I wanted to change it up and put the couch right here. So maybe I have a view of that and then the rest of the area. But now I have the couch right here because when I was in California, I discovered that areas have different weather and temperatures because there's mountains blocking the wind and the sunlight, or it's keeping the sunlight in because it's surrounded by mountains, just like how Death Valley is 280 something feet below sea level, and that it's surrounded by mountains and is basically getting all the sun's rays. So I felt like since this is where the heater goes, all the heat comes down here and it basically lands on this area. I remember when I stood here when the heater was on, I felt it right where my feet were. So I thought a good idea was to put the couch right here and have the fan running, so that way when all the heat swirls up and goes here, all the heat is staying here, and then the end table's kind of letting it swoop through a little bit. And as of over here, I had all these boxes and just all this space I don't use, so I just tried to pretend as if it was a gateway or something, or to keep the cold air in, basically. So the design of it is so that way nothing goes through. Back in the winter months, you literally step over this and you could literally feel it get colder instantly. Just like right now, it feels like it's cooled off. Then you come up here and you start to feel it gets warmer and warmer because the heat from here shoots over there. Kind of keeps like a bond. You know, the cold air's here and the heat's coming through at the same time. When you go over here, you feel maybe somewhat of the heat, but it gets cold. Random police sirens, which I'll get to in a minute about why they were scaring me in the morning. So in here it feels warm, like it's the center. All these guitar amps, basically, it's like the heat goes through, but then it blocks it off, blocks it off, blocks it off, but it can still get through here, just not as fast. I step back here and it still feels a little cold. I thought that design was pretty magnificent, honestly. I was in the middle filming, and this happens all the time. The soundproof foams just fall off because everything's held together with duct tape. Why is it held with duct tape, people are probably asking me. The reason is because I was too cheap to buy thumbtacks, and even if I was going to buy thumbtacks, I didn't want to damage the walls. So instead I put duct tape and scrape off the layers of paint and have to get it off with Goo Gone.